Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Joleen. That's me. Hello, and welcome back to my channel for the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. I am Joleen Lunzer, stand-up comedian and Big Brother superfan here to break down all things Big Brother 25. Tonight, we're going to be recapping and roasting the way we do on my channel, episode 2 of BB25. We had our second episode of the night. We're going to get into it. We're going to take a comedic look at it like we do if this is your first time on my channel. Warning, we get sarcastic. We bring some humor and find the comedy in Big Brother, as well as the strategy and the other things we love about this wonderful game of ours. So let's get started. But first, make sure you smash that like Julie Chen says. Smash the like, you guys. It helps me so much in the algorithm, and it just it really makes me feel warm inside. If you want to support the channel further than liking, you can subscribe, which I highly recommend because I have been posting shorts, giving you a little appetizer of what's going on the feeds, and then I'll continue to do that as well as edited shorter videos and lives. So you want to subscribe and smash that bell so you get notified when I post new content, and so you don't miss out on all this. Okay, I have been sick. I'm trying to feel better. I put some curls in my hair. Okay, we're going to get through this. So hit that like. And if you want to support the channel even further, you can send a super chat while we're live, a super thanks after the video posts. All of everything you guys do is so appreciated. I also have a membership on YouTube and Patreon. Okay, we've gotten through it. Hello, hello. Salute your shorts. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, Mary Cannon. Thank you, Atharella, the wonderful Atharella. Put your hearts in the chat for Atharella for putting my YouTube membership here. So you guys are wonderful. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday evening. Shout out to my mods in the chat here. And let's get started. Okay. So I'm going to try to hold the spoilers till the end of the episode, okay? The things I've been seeing on the feeds. Now, I can't promise there won't be spoilers, so spoiler alert, all right? But we're mostly going to go through what happened this episode 2. So I'm going to go through the highlights of what I think is most interesting. If you're going to have different opinions than me, feel free to put them in the chat or in the comments if you're watching later. We can agree to disagree, but I'm very opinionated, and I do get, I get in my feelings about this show. In the best way possible, obviously, like everybody. But I also have my favorites, and there's people that rub me the wrong way and rub me the right way. Okay, what was that song? And rub you the right way. Oh, the magic in my head, and I trust. And was that Johnny Gill? And rub you the right way. How do I even know that? I wasn't even born then. Weird. Super weird. Amy's out the gate says this episode was kind of boring. Put it in the chat if you guys thought this episode was boring. I will say, this episode did allow us some information that, we needed to know, especially if you are a casual and you don't watch the live feeds, if you're not glued to them, which if you don't have live feeds, get those free ones on Pluto or sign up for the paid ones on Paramount, because I think this season is going to be good for feeds. I think it's going to be a good feed season, okay? Because we got some stuff going on we'll get to after this episode recap. And, even though the episode's boring, we make it fun. That's what we do over here on this channel. We make it fun. Okay. And by we, I mean me. And then you guys too, as well. So we come into the episode. Suri's there. She's pouring the champs. Let me get our little screenshots we have here. Okay. So Suri's pouring the champs, and half the people are like, who's that? Who's that lady? Is that Julie Chen? I don't know who that is. What's going on? What's happening? And like 5 people probably claim to know who she is. And I'm like, cool story, bro. Do they really? We don't know. We'll never know because they're going to lie to us. Okay. So, yeah, feeds are better than the show, Ladybug. They really are. And then all of a sudden, Izzy goes, you're Suri son, aren't you? That's moms. That's moms. Okay. That's moms. I've been trying to get the dialects and the characters so we can parody and do impersonations, but like, this is Izzy. Izzy like this. Izzy's like human Adderall. She's just like, I'm awake. I'm alive. Where are you at? That's mom's. Is that your mom? And then Jared's like, come over here. So what we saw at the end of the episode, the first episode, we all were like, oh, they must have formed an alliance. They must like each other. You know, they must have hit it off. But no, really, Izzy was like, yo, that's moms. Yo, is that your mom's? Yo. And Jared's like, okay, cool. Yes, Suri's my mom. How do you know? And she's like, I stalk her on Insta, Pinsta, Finsta. I troll her sometimes. Like, that's moms. That's moms. You know, we're like, okay, Izzy, calm it down. A little less prime. You know, a little less the prime, the drink, the Logan, the Paul brothers want you to return some of the product because she's on 10. That's moms, okay? So then that's why they did the kissy thing, the pinky swear with the kiss, because she's like, I got you. No, I got you. Just to Fields. Oh my God, that's moms. Do 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 do. And then she started like playing the flute, like do 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 do. She just didn't we predict this in our preseason when they came out with the cast reveal? Didn't we say she's gonna be a lot? She's gonna be a lot. 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 I'm here for it, but it's gonna be a lot. She's a flautist, a flutist. She's not the floatist or the fly. I don't know. And I think she's the flyest. Okay. And then there's, our wonderful Australian Bowie. She's like, oh, is that America? You guys do Survivor too? I think we do it too. I don't know. I'm too busy DJing and wearing gloves. Okay. So then Suri is like, yes, I'm in the house. I'm in the house with my son. And we find out that Jared knew going into the game that Suri was going to play, and she knew as well, which is interesting because I maybe thought it was going to be a surprise to Jared because I'm still, naive in that sense. But he knew. So even though he was like, maybe he didn't know when she was going to show up or how she was going to show up, but there she is pouring champs like Heather Dubrow, whatever her name is from the Housewives of Orange County. All right. And then Izzy goes in the DR and she's like, yo, that's moms. And she just starts fluting out and she's so excited. She's like, oh my God, I got so much on them. Like, holy, I got them in this game. And she's like, I'm not going to say nothing. I love you. And Suri's just like, she catches after her little, DR or whatever. I mean, I know the DRs are later, but Izzy catches Suri in the food storage with Jared. And Suri's like, oh shit, because Jared walks in and Jared goes, Mom. And Suri's like, sir, we just got here. Can you not call me Mom? Let's keep this on the DL. Let's keep it on the DL. And then he's like, no, Mom, she knows. And she's like, I know who you are, Suri. Oh my God. Do, 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 do. Ooh, however you play the flute. Ooh, 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 ooh. I know that you are his mother. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You're a queen. Ooh, ooh. Can I wash your feet? Do, do, do. She's very excited. And Suri, Suri, impeccable social game, obviously. Strategic genius, a queen. But Suri's like, oh, okay, we're okay. So she's good. She passed the mental eval that Big Brother gives. She's good. Okay, good. She's like, don't worry, I got you, moms. And so Suri basically got trapped into a alliance with Izzy because now Izzy knows everything. She knows that Suri is Jared's mom, and she has cornered Suri's son, her baby boy, and now cornered her. And she hasn't even barely put her suitcase down. She hasn't even got to enjoy the champs, okay, that she was pouring for everyone. And Izzy's like, I'm in this. We're in this till the end. And Suri's like, I guess we are. Because what is she going to do? What is Suri going to do? Now, Izzy has this information. It's a lot of, like, it's capital in this game for Izzy, but it also can backfire on Izzy, but it can definitely backfire on Suri and Jared. So Suri's like, I guess now I got to do everything I can to make sure Izzy, knows she's my number one and I trust her. And I guess now I've birthed her because just a little spoiler from the feeds. Izzy believes she was birthed from Suri's baby door. Izzy has rewritten, her entire birth story. She has changed the narrative of where she's like, I know you're my real mom, Suri. I know it. You're my moms. She's just like, you're my moms. And you're my mom, Suri, and you're my mom, and I got a mom, but she ain't my real one, because you my real one. So she is claiming Suri, and Suri's like, okay, great. Okay, thank you. She's one of the 11, even though Suri didn't have 11 kids. She only had a couple. But now Izzy has claimed her. So it's just like she is in. She was like, I came from Suri Fields' baby door. Who's Suri's baby? It's me. Her. And she's just going up to Jared. Your mom is mine. Your mom is mine. So better back up. Like she's all in. She's all in. Okay. Which can be good for Suri, but it's just a little chaotic. I mean, I like Izzy for the feed. So far, I'm enjoying watching her. But whoo! Someone is awake. Liquid Death. Oh, you're asking me about this. This is actually, they have non-carbonated and carbonated. This is a carbonated sparkling water. So it's carbonated, Liquid Death. And it's delicious. And whoever came up with the name is a genius. And I love it. Just quenches my thirst, okay? So that happens, and everyone goes around the circle. Hello, my name is Cameron. I've never used a diffuser on my hair, but some of the ladies are going to tell me how, mainly Kirsten. Did I maybe say that I was going to hit someone on the feeds? That someone being Riley? Maybe, but I meant like, hey, don't make me hit you, Is the internet hating me? Yeah, they are. Am I from somewhere south? Uh-huh. Did Izzy, within the first 10 minutes of the feed, say I look like a serial killer? Yes, she did. Is she wrong? Well, we'll have to see. Serial killers never reveal themselves. They try to. They might write letters to the po-po and the press, but we'll see. My secrets lie in my hair. So Harry and the Hendersons, alleged serial killer, according to Izzy, is out here introducing himself. Everybody's got a story. We hear about little Matt. Izzy's about to, she's like, listen, I'm 90% lesbian and 10% I'll try it. Because like I always say that everyone's a little gay. If everyone just like accepts that, everyone's a little gay. Everyone's either you're full gay, half gay, but you always got a little, just keep an open mind. And Izzy was like, I like, mommy like. Don't tell Paige, but mommy like. So Izzy was like, very. Once this gentleman, Matt, took his shirt off, she was like, and I think in the episode she even mentioned that, she might go a little by. She might go by Matt's way. Matt's like, what's up? My name is Matt. I'm from wherever. I am an Olympic gold medalist, swimmer in the Deaf Olympics, NBD. What's up? My hair's at an unfortunate length right now. What's up? Would it be hotter if it was a little bit longer, a little bit shorter? Of course. So he gives his introduction. People are very impressed. Obviously, hello, you're an Olympic athlete. Très impressive, Matt. Okay, very impressive. And then let's see, who else do we have? Oh, Mimi. So we find out that Nicole, you can call her Mimi. I like that. I like Mimi because Nicole, I just want to call her Nicole. And we haven't had good history with Nicole's on this show. So I don't want to do her like that. Yeah, Izzy saw a snack. She was like, oh, that's a snack. Well, hello, Rio de Janeiro. Hello, Brazil. Welcome. And so, everyone's going around, and then there's this guy. I don't know. Did you guys know that there is a man on this cast? And let me see if I can pull him up. Apparently, he's on the cast. So, Mimi's on the cast. Like, I just got married. I'm 30. She did not mention how successful she is. I don't think in politics or on Capitol Hill and all that, which I don't blame her if she did not. But then there is this interesting man, and is this him right here? Yeah, there's this man, this Harry Potter looking man. Apparently his name is Luke. I only know Luke Cage. Now that's a hottie with a body, but apparently there's Luke. Now I will tell you, hold please. Producer Tilly's at the door. Producer Tilly, you looking to get in? Come on, baby girl. Get in here, girl. Hello. Come on in. She's like, why did you close your office door? And for those of you that follow my channel, you know Producer Tilly is my wonderful fur baby cat Tilly. Okay. This Luke guy, I mean, I don't want to say I was right, but I was probably right. He's very Kyle. He Kyles a lot. He does some Kyle things. I also believe he's an AI generated cast member. Previously, I thought it was America. I'm still on the fence on that one, but I'm almost positive it is Luke. Luke, not Cage. Luke Hairy Chest. Okay. Luke Hairy Chest is, he's not around a lot. I think we're going to see more of him, and we'll get to that with spoilers toward the end of this video. But there's also some conspiracy theories, which I'm I'm on board for, okay? That he might be a secret twin. Because he'll just pop up and you're like, oh, who's that guy again? Oh, it's Luke. Okay. And then he'll pop up and this is like a different aura. I don't know if we're just trying to find a secret twin or what. You know what, Sean? That is a good, very matte BB19. All he's got to do is just, spray paint that tank top he has under that shirt orange, and then cut the sleeves even worse on the tank top, and just eat cereal and have intercourse with a woman who says her GPA was dance. He's into working out, just like Matt. He doesn't have a real strategy that I know of, just like Matt. He's paranoid, like Matt. He's kind of not really seen, not really heard. So yeah, so there's some rumblings on the BB Twitter that he might be a twin. There might be an evil twin twist. I don't know, but I think he's AI generated. So I think he's he's Avatar. He's a part of the robot movement that's going to take over and kill us all. God bless. God bless. Happy Sunday. What a wonderful time to be alive. So everyone pretty much, they showed a couple people's introductions. Okay. So it wasn't anything. It's just what we're used to seeing with Big Brother. And then immediately the Phallic Five start an alliance. So that Luke guy showed up and they were like, okay, you're standing. It was whoever was standing there. All of a sudden they started talking about boring things like working out. No offense to those who work out. God bless. I need to start. But, Riley is like, let's wake up at 5 a.m. It's going to be so amazing, you guys. I'm so kooky. Look at me. I do this. I'm hot, but I do this. I'm hot, but I do this, And so she is just like, let's wake up at 5 a.m. Let's work out. Let's be at 5. It's like, First of all, you're not going to do that. You'll probably stay up till 5 a.m., being worried and paranoid, but you're not going to do that. You're too young. You know who will do that? If they would have got Heisum, he's 45 and he is dedicated to that body. He's like body, like he's ready. Okay. He'll do that because he's 45 and he's got a 9 p.m. bedtime. He's got the reminder on his phone. He's got the Relax app. These kids are too young. So then they're all like, okay, so it's Jared, it's Matt, it's Luke Hairy Chest, it's Riley and Kirsten, who's currently on the block. So we know right now, while watching this episode, 4 people on the block are the 4 people that lost the competition, which would be Kirsten, Felicia, Miss Felicia, Jared, and Corey, who was taken to the nether regions, or otherwise known as rebirthed. He was sucked back in a baby door, upside down type situation. And then he came back an hour later and everyone was really sus of him. So that it's the Phallic Five. That's what I think it is. And what an interesting alliance that they're including 2 people currently on the block. They didn't really think that one through. And as soon as they leave the gym, as soon as that stench of, soon to be sweat on the bods of these youngins, as soon as the barbell is out of sight, as soon as the air plumps back up on that sit-up ball that I just used to bounce on because it's fun and bouncy, they forget that they're in the Phallic Five. The Phallic Five, it never meant anything to anyone, except for, well, maybe Kirsten in this sense, and maybe Luke Harry Chest. But everyone else started 9,000 other alliances. And then Luke, Harry Chest, and Kirsten on the block were left wondering, are we still phallic? And no, we find out later they are not, in fact, still phallic. All right, so we have that situation that happens. They couldn't even pronounce it. Like, how do you pronounce it? Laryngitis? No, it's phalanx. No, it's no, it's just phallic. Okay, and then they say it and they go 1, 2, 3, phallic, and then they walk out of the door and they're just done. No one remembers it anymore. And Jared's like, this is awesome. I'm in with the younger people. My mom is here. How fantastic. And then we get a cute little segment about Suri, and Suri explaining how she's a legend and survivor, even though she leaves out her time on Snake in the Grass or her appearance on that, and also her win of Traitors. I mean, I would say, obviously, Suri, legendary for Survivor, and strategies within Survivor, and social game within Survivor, and being that, it was kind of like that everyday woman who could just was a nurse and got off, Survivor loves that, got off the couch. Jeff always says, get off the couch. And you can do this. And Suri was that person. And she was really good at it. Was she good at comps and stuff? No, but she was really good at the parts of the games that most people are really bad at, which is strategy and the social game. And she was so likable. And she made people feel good and feel that they could trust her. But what they leave out is this whole Traitors, you guys. If you have never watched Suri and you don't know much about her, go binge Traitors. It's a quick binge. I think there's 10 episodes or something. And there's a reunion as well. And she goes against Big Brother Legends. Well, Big Brother Legends and Cody Cauliflower. No offense, all offense. Okay. Rachel Riley is in there. I mean, she holds, obviously she held more than her own. She held them all and she took the title and she wins the game. So the strategy she uses on Traitors is very Big Brother-esque because she's living in the house with these people. They're competing. But so it is different because, the Big Brother is a game that is not as straight cut, straightforward as Survivor, where Survivor is obviously it's just such a different game. Big Brother, there's just so much that goes into it, and so many layers, and it's a lot. So if you watch her on Traitors, her win on Traitors shows you the kind of player she will be in Big Brother. And she is already doing that exact thing within the house. And some people, like little Corey, have seen it. Okay, so you have the fetus. So the fetus is back. Everyone is sus of the fetus. They're like, oh God. And he's out there going, I know how Suri plays. She makes you feel like you can trust her. You're her number one. And then she just cuts you. She leaves you. She lies to you, but not in the way, because he does explain, which was very strange to watch Suri's game to Jared on the feeds, because he still, I don't believe many people know about this mother-son duo. And Lil Corey, Jared's playing dumb, I never saw her on Survivor. What was she like? And Corey actually explained it pretty well, considering it was her son he was talking to, and he said she's just really good socially, and she makes you feel like you care about her. She's a good person. She's not a bad liar or anything like that. And so the way he described it, Jared's like, oh, okay. And I think that definitely helped Corey and Jared's feelings toward him in the game. But it was interesting. It's oh my God, you're explaining the game right in front of or you're talking about his mom right in front of him, and you don't know that's his mom. Simone, that is a good question. Are they allowed to mention Traitors? I wonder, because so far we haven't had a lot of mentions of Traitors. It could be because it's not a Paramount show. It is a Peacock show. So maybe the NBC, Universal, Bravo, maybe there's a big feud going on between them now. Not only are they fighting Bethany Frankel, but they're also going to be fighting Paramount Plus. That's Peacock and NBC Universal, but I'm not sure. But yeah, the Jeff Probst, get off your couch so we can torture you on Survivor and make you eat stuff and just make you lose a whole bunch of weight. It'll be so fun. You can get infections and almost die. We can get medics out there. Come on, guys. It'll be a good time. Okay. So after all of that, we do get, some talk of, strategy and things like that. And I think the main point of this episode was showing how Kirsten was feeling like, okay, she's feeling bad being on the block, but she's like, you know what? I can do this and I can come back. And I'm making connections with people. And we see her slowly making connections with people. And Suri's feeling Kirsten. Mimi and Kirsten are close. Felicia has a moment with Kirsten. There was a moment where it was going to be like these 4 Black women, which I don't even know if we've ever had 4 Black women prior to BB23 on Big Brother at the same time. I can't remember. I don't know. I don't think so. So they were already talking kind of, in code on the feeds, but you knew what they were saying, that, we will look out for each other. As, what we've seen in Big Brother of the past is when you see people who haven't been, represented on a show and have been the minority on the show. It's like now, and especially ever since the cookout, there is this, like, oh, we're going to look out for each other, because if they start, actually leveling the numbers, I guess is the only way I can think to say it right now, or they start making it a little more even with representation, then these kind of things are able to happen, where I think when people get mad about it, they don't realize that it's already conditioned, in white people, for us to, and in all people, to kind of look for people who look like you and to work with them. So there's been, historically seasons after seasons of white women working together. I mean, the Women's Alliance hasn't worked together very well, or white people working together in general. But when it has to be pointed out and Black players have to be like, okay, we need to do this like the cookout did for, so that we can see the first Black winner on this show after so many seasons, then people are like, what the hell? But it's like, but white people have been doing this, whether they're conscious of it or unconscious of it, since the beginning of the damn show. Because like we always say every year, just like, Big Brother is really a mirror of society and what America is. And if America operates on Duncan, no, wrong saying. If America operates like that, why wouldn't they operate like that in the Big Brother house? Because you are plucking people straight out of America. And if that's how it works in the United States of America, that same kind of gameplay is going to be brought into the Big Brother house. It's just white people don't have to say it because they're always the majority. And they just, whether subconsciously or consciously, gravitate to each other. So that's just how it happens. Okay. So these women, they have like, yes, I got you. But then something happens. I was on feeds. I did see Kirsten was very social. She was definitely playing the game that first night of feeds, knowing she's on the block. She was trying to get to know people. She was doing a lot of talking, and she might have made herself look sus. I mean, she was doing a lot. Okay. But I don't think she was doing so much as to fully not be trusted. But once Suri heard from her son, Jared, that he did not trust Kirsten, it was over for her in that regard. And then once Miss Felicia was like, well, if she's in other things and not telling us, then I'm over her. And I think she called her a heifer. And everybody on Twitter was like, it was like 50-50. Half was going crazy and half was like, that's just, what aunties do. You've never had an auntie before. So I don't know. I was just like, They were getting upset. And then slowly, what happens on this game, and we see it every season, is that for some reason, there's something in us. It's a sociological study that we have to villainize our target. Now, it hasn't been as bad as it was for like Taylor or like what BB19 did, which was one of the worst seasons for really villainizing targets in like modern Big Brother, where they really created stories like that person's evil. They're horrible, because I think maybe there is this like inner guilt as humans. Like if we're going to get rid of this person and make them lose this money, we have to have a reason. And so they must be horrible because they're a bad person. So then it's a whole thing, and it's been happening a lot on Big Brother. But so far I don't think it's been as bad. There hasn't been, I don't feel like Kirsten has been as alienated as we've seen past house guests be when they're on the block. There's been moments, but I think certain house guests have been cognizant enough to be like, hey, it's a game. Let's make sure she's still okay, even though I don't trust her ass, So it's a whole thing. So now, just like this, Kirsten goes from, she's got a chance here. Why doesn't she have a chance? She's got a chance. To a case has been built against her and people don't trust her. She's in the Phallic Five and she didn't tell people, and then she's doing too much. People think she's coming off a little too much, a little fakey, even though Izzy was like, yeah, you're my girl. You're my girl. I mean, she wasn't as hyped on her as she is Suri, aka her mom's. But she was pretty hyped on her. And then you just saw this quick like turn, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess we're over Kirsten now. And then, Suri was off board on Kirsten, and Felicia's off board on Kirsten, and Jared was like, yeah, I do not trust her. And obviously Suri's going to trust her son. So I think this might be one of those things that Suri and them look back on and think, oh man, this is why Suri needs to be the judge of character that has the say over Jared, because Jared hasn't been on this earth long enough and hasn't developed the skills that his mom does to read people. And I think her first read of Kirsten was correct. I think, was she a little messy at times? Has she like shared too much? Everyone in this house shares too much. Let me tell you, it is great. Okay. But I think there are other people that they could be focusing on, and we'll get to that when we get to the spoilers part. So they're talking, and all of a sudden it's turn on Kirsten time, she's not my friend. I don't really know her like that. And poor Kirsten has no idea. She's just getting to know people. She's asking a lot of questions. I mean, she was going group to group. She was putting the work in, but it just might have been too much work. And we know that there's this thing where even though the same people who are criticizing her doing too much are the people that are in a bunch of alliances and possibly in with her, they'll still judge, and they'll still go, nope, she's doing too much. She's doing the most, And there could be lots of things going on. There could be hate. I mean, she's very beautiful. It's so early in the season that the littlest thing can ripple into a bigger issue, and it can really form a narrative against someone. And then it stays, unfortunately. Unless they're able to break it, or have people fight for them, and nobody really wants to fight for anyone this early. Okay, so so then they do the HOH competition. It's beams. They're running on beams again, and they're trying to dodge stuff, and everyone is like, do I want to win? Some people throw it obviously. Some people throw it really obvious, like Bowie Jane. Bowie's like, I didn't want to win it. I'm going to throw it. Okay, I'm running. I stepped off. Goodbye. I am the weakest link. Goodbye. And then she just walked off. Some people tried. Ultimately, Heisum got a really quick time running across these beams and not getting, powed or bammed by the giant pow bams. But in the end, it was Little Miss Riley who came in. I think he got like 22 seconds or something, and she got 16 seconds. And she was like, I think this is a great time for me to win. because I would love to be in control of this week. I'm goofy, but hot. But I'm not like that normal hot girl. I'm funny. Riley. Oh my God. Oh my God, Riley. So she, excuse me, guys. So she wins and she's happy. So now the HOH's job is to take 2 people off of the block. So we got 4 up. She's going to take 2 off. She's going to save 2. And you're going to think this young woman, like, yes, let's go, women power, get a couple women off the block. What did Miss Felicia do other than entertain us and bring a skirted swimsuit? But no, she ultimately decides that she is going to save the 2 guys. She has developed quite a relationship with Jag, not on the block, but she was like, he taught me to juggle. Just kidding. I taught him to juggle. Just kidding. I already knew how to juggle. You guys, I'm crazy. Stop. I'm funny. Here's my bikinis. So, and then we learn about the have-nots. We have have-nots as well. And the have-not room has a butt kicking machine. And every time you leave it, you have to spin the wheel and find how many butt kicks you need because they're just shaming these people. They are having so much fun, excuse me, shaming these house guests. So ultimately, we have some talk, some game talk. Like I said, early hitting it off with Kirsten. Kirsten looks good for her, and then it goes terribly wrong when not everyone is co-signing her and people are thinking she's playing too hard, she's doing too much, she's coming off disingenuous or something. And then they're just not feeling her, unfortunately. Hold on one second. Sorry, you guys, still trying to get over being sick, and I get these coughing fits and they stink. They stink. This is my 2nd sinus infection in a month. Ugh. They're the worst. They're the worst. Okay. So then we finally see, at the end of the episode, I mean, really nothing much else happened. Okay. It's just like, oh, hey, sorry, Miss Felicia and Kirsten, you're going to stay on the block. Okay. Because I'm Riley. You guys, seriously, though. I have to take 2 of you off the block. I've chosen to take off Corey because he came in the HOH room and told me secrets. And he's just like little and he's like a little baby. And I feel bad for him because he was in the same competition with me where we had to hold on. But he couldn't hold on because he's like a fetus. He's like fetus size. And so they pulled him back in. And I feel so bad. And Miss Felicia, like, I feel like, Kirsten has been causing problems and no one's going to vote you out, girl, because you're old and people don't vote old people out. I mean, they do, but nowadays we're like way more evolved, kind of, and we're afraid of getting judged on social media. So if people do, they can't get mad at me because I put you up there because I thought you would stay. So she takes Jared and Corey off the block. Is that his name? Is his name Corey? Yes, his name is Corey. Ever since Heisum just makes up names for him, I can't. But his name is Corey. Took Jared and Corey off and kept Felicia and Kirsten. And Kirsten is hurt. She's like, we were in the Phallic Five. Does a Phallic Five mean nothing? Does that mean nothing to you that we were in the Phallic Five? And it doesn't, unless you have an actual phallic thing on your bod. I think it means nothing to Riley, and that's just an early assumption with Miss Riley that I think she's just one of those gals that's like, I just like those guys get me. They just get me. They just get me more. They understand me. I just, they're so. It's just like too much drama. I'm fun. I'm so much fun. I can do this, and I can. Do you guys want to see me juggle? It's like so fun, you guys. This is a screwdriver, right? I also make screwdrivers at work and people drink them if you're like old. Oh my god, you guys, seriously, I cannot even sit straight. Riley is a very interesting young woman, we will say. She is she moved. There's a lot of movement going around in this house. A lot of movement. Okay. And it's yeah. And she now we'll get into the spoilers, you guys. So that's the end of the episode. Kirsten's still on the block. So is Miss Felicia. And now we know that Riley has won the HOH, or as Jerry O'Connell likes to say, the H of H.
You know, it was really fun to see him win H of H, and sort of get his, to hear he's in it.
She won H of H. So she's a big deal. So she's H of H. They had the POV competition, and your POV winner is Heisum. So Heisum won the POV, and Heisum is most likely not going to use the POV, even though part of me hopes he does. I think there's a want in Heisum, because Heisum is he's gaming, okay? And he is telling everyone he's a nurse's aide, even though he's a doctor for the geriatricals. And he is a psychiatrist for them as well. So he knows what he's doing here. And he has a plan, and he wants to pick people off, and he wants to team up with some older people and some hot people. And that's just how he wants it. That's how he likes it. That's how he likes it, baby. That's how he likes it, huh? That's how he likes it, baby. So he definitely wants to, do that. And so he wins the POV. Now, Speedy Battle Off said Riley and Matt were just having a one-on-one little laydown session. Oh, no. After Heisum convinced him to talk to her more, he's admitted he likes her. Well, let's get into some of the spoiler things. So here was one of the reasons they didn't show us on the episode, but Heisum caused a little bit of problems for Kirsten, okay? And this is when the rumor mill started. And Kirsten, yeah, she did say, hey, I think something is going on possibly with Matt and Riley. I think that they might have a little thing for each other, even though I think Matt had a little thing for Kirsten. So there might have been a little competitive aspect there for these youngins. And that got back to Riley. And Riley's like, oh my God, I'm not here for dating. Even though in your pre-show packet, didn't you say you'd be down for a tall, dark, handsome guy, or like a tall, brunette guy? I don't know. Okay. It's like, I am obviously here to play the game. You guys, I do these dances. Like, I am so not, that can really hurt your game. And then Heisum and her sat in the HOH room and talked about, how it hurt Alyssa Lopez from BB25 and Christian, who they couldn't remember his name. So they called him Cameron, I think. And they're like, yeah, remember when Frenchie said they were a couple? And that hurt. And I was like, yeah, and they were, and they continued to be outside of the show until they busted up. But they were, sir. They were. So my husband says, Heisum is teaming up with older people to get new clientele to his office. And obviously one of the best parts of the episodes, and when I watched it live on the live feeds, was when Jared was calling Heisum Hyman, and Suri was like, it's not Hyman. She's like, that's what you break when you first have sex. And they're just like cracked up. It was so funny. So funny. So funny. So back to this whole dating thing. Like, and now, of course, I will be shocked if Riley and Matt don't hook up. That would shock me. So then Kirsten had a target on her back because Heisum went and ratted on her too. And I think he was the one that mostly ratted. Maybe someone told her before. Now, granted, you probably shouldn't be saying anything about the HOH that week, because especially when you're on the block and you're looking for her to take you off the block. So that was right away. Riley's like, I am not. How dare she say something that's probably going to happen, even though I'm saying it's not going to happen just to say it. My parents are watching. My grandparents are watching. We love this show, allegedly, in Nashville or wherever we're from. And I will not lose my dignity on a slippery wiener, but maybe the little cheese wedge. Maybe the cheese. Maybe the cheese. So it's so interesting that, Kirsten, she was so mad at her for even suggesting. And yes, putting out that someone's in a showman's could be, can be harmful to your game. But I don't think Kirsten was putting it out like that. I think she was just like, oh, I think they like each other, feel each other. I hope she doesn't feel some type of way because, he might have liked me. I don't know. Something, you know how this is. You know how this like Love Island / Big Brother young people are. They forget that they're not on a dating show, but really, Big Brother is known to have showmances. And they have, like they always like to remind us, a higher rate of successful marriages than The Bachelor. Which doesn't surprise me because The Bachelor, you meet them for like 4 seconds. You're like, we're in love. Let's have a baby. Just kidding. I cheated on you and I've been in another relationship the whole time. You're like, all right, cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, okay, so we have that going on. So obviously Kirsten, not in a good place. Kirsten did have a conversation with Heisum on the outside. So the outside got opened up, okay? And that was last night, and we'll get to there. But today, Heisum and Kirsten were on the hammock, and they had a conversation, and Kirsten was just opening up to him, just like spilling. Because these older house guests are just started with Miss Felicia, but even Heisum is like, okay, so what did this person say? When you talk to this person, what did that person say? Who are they working with? Who are you working with? What's happening? And these younger contestants are spilling. They're spilling. And by the time Kirsten spilled everything she had talked about to everyone in the house, she was like, you're good at this, Heisum. You should like be a therapist or something. And I'm like, yeah, he is. He's a geriatric psychiatrist. Okay. But even though he talks to the older folks, even you, early 30s, late 20s, he still knows how to work you. So he's very good at, getting information with providing very little. Because then she's thinking, okay, I'm giving him all this information because she's in a very vulnerable spot right now. Heisum has most likely decided not to use the power of veto because there's fear that Riley will try to backdoor Suri. I don't think she will. I mean, you never know, expect the unexpected. I think this is something that Izzy was like, moms, what's in my mom's? Oh, it's my mom's. Oh, she put out there, and it caught fire. And then it was just like, even though Suri was like, I don't know, I talked to her and she's not going to do that. And she's like, I'm pretty sure she's going to do it. And Suri's like, well, let's just don't say anything to anyone. And Izzy's like, okay. And then she tells the whole house. So basically what we have now is we have a house divided. So we have two sides of the house. And ultimately I'm going to make some little pictures for this so we know who's on what side, you guys. But on one side of the house you have Miss Felicia, you have Suri, you have Jared, you have Heisum, you have Izzy, you got Red Dog, and the other side of the house, that's a couple. The other side of the house is like the younger. Right now you kind of have Blue. You have the only two odd people out are Kirsten and Luke, even though Suri's side, aka Izzy, is trying to lure in the kind of outliers, the outcasts. But you have the Matt, Riley, Blue, Babu Bee, Babu Bum, and Jag, and those people. So it is a pretty split down the middle right now. And it's interesting, no one's trying to grab up Kirsten because right now they're just like, she's going. Heisum, don't use your POV because we don't want them to backdoor Suri, because these people are exactly what we thought they would be, obsessed with Suri. Even if they don't know exactly where she came from or aren't familiar with her on Survivor, like Corey and Izzy are, they still are like, I love Suri. They call her Suri, so obviously big fans. But Suri has a way about her. Even if someone is who she's not aligned with or not on good terms with, is like crying. She's able to be there emotionally. She's able to show empathy. She's like comes off as a good person, because she is a good person, but it's also a game. So she's gonna, in the end, she's gonna stab you in the back. And if you don't pick up on that, that's your problem. Ask those 2 kids at the end of Traders. See how they feel. Not well. Not well. Because they were like, no, it can't be Suri. No, she wouldn't lie to us like that. We're all in this together. And Suri's like, this is reality TV. We are not, in fact, all in this together. Okay. So it's a house split. So right now Heisum is not going to probably risk, even though I think he wants to, because he does not like Corey. He does not like mini Corey. Little baby Corey. He don't like little baby Corey. Little baby Corey is doing a lot. If we really want to talk about who's doing a lot, Izzy's doing a lot. Little baby Corey doing a lot. And Heisum, this is, him in the premiere episode where he was like, what is this twist? What is Frankie Grande doing in there? I thought you said this was Legends. What's happening? He was very confused. He's like, are they really ruining our house? So Heisum, I think, is kind of still filling out. I think, though, there is a part of him that is going to be a Michael comp beast. I just see it both from Minnesota, similar. He came in with a similar strategy to Michael of having his, person that he could really trust, his Brittany, but a Brittany who was better at competitions and socially. So I think that him winning this power veto, he doesn't just want to sit on it. I think he's still going back and forth, because my thing is, okay, now Izzy has put into the Big Brother, Scrambleverse, the universe, that maybe Suri could be backdoored. But from what I'm seeing from everybody, Suri's not, they weren't even talking. I mean, that should have been the first thing if they were smart, they would have been talking about that. However, Jared's playing both sides right now, Suri's son. So had they mentioned that, Jared would have heard and went back and told them. And so far, I haven't heard anything like that. You're right, Daisy. Put some respect on Brittany's name. She does have 4 vetoes. She does have 4 vetoes. 4 vetoes. Yeah, put some respect on Brittany's name. But, I think that he's so annoyed with Corey, and I don't even know what Corey did to Heisum. I think he must have peed on his toothbrush or used it to clean the toilet like that girl did in early Big Brother, because he's just like, Corey. And I don't know his name. He calls him, I don't even know what he calls him. I probably have it written down here, and he just says, and I only say that because I really, 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 really hate him. I'm like, how do you really, really hate him already? It's been 4 days, bro. Chill. But he really, really hates him. He's made very big assumptions about Corey, which I think are interesting. I believe he said that Corey was most likely, what did he say? He's got one of those rich names like Worthington, like those things you suck on, those little Worthington. And he probably goes to a, what did he say? An Ivy League school or something, like this rich little white kid, privileged. So then Cody's brother, Zach, who was on the Survivor season I did not see. Someone put in the chat. I always forget what season he was on, because I didn't see it. I don't remember the Zach guy. But Cody's real name is Worcestershire sauce or something. He's like Cody Worcestershire sauce. But Zach, his brother, I think, is running his Twitter, and it's kind of hilarious because he went in there and changed it. Oh, it's Corey. Can't remember what the frick his name is. His name isn't Cody. It's Corey. See, he's screwing me up. He's calling him Cody. And he's calling him. Oh my God, you guys. I've been so sick this weekend. And then this is just so funny to me. I've laughed so much at these feeds. I'm just going to talk about what I laughed about. So I laughed about this because my thing's like, go to bed. My phone's like, time to go to bed, woman. So he is like, his name's Cody. And they're like, it's Corey. And he's like, I don't know. I hate him so much. That's why I say his name's Cody. I don't even care. And he's like Cody Worthington or something. He's got money. He basically put him in a Eddie Murphy 1980s movie, like Trading Spaces. Like he's like the rich prick from Trading Spaces or something. And so then Zach, his real name is Corey Wurtenberger, which I don't know. That doesn't sound, I don't know. I don't even know what the background of that last name would be, Wurtenberger. I call him Worcestershire. So so it's Corey Wurtenberger, but Zach changed it to Cody Wilshire. I'm sorry. That's Zach guy. I don't know him, but he's pretty funny. And he changed his brother's Twitter profile to Cody Wilshire. And his profile says on Twitter, very rich Yale law graduate. Because that's his other thing. He's like, he's a lawyer. That's all that Heisum keeps saying, is that Corey is a lawyer. He's a rich white lawyer. He went to an Ivy League school. So his brother changed it to that, if you can see it here, to Cody Wilshire, very rich Yale law graduate. And this is the exact freaking, I think, attitude you should have when these sort of things happen. When your family member is a house guest on Big Brother, because there's going to be lots of things that house guests say about them that aren't going to be the nicest, and you're not going to want to hear it about, especially if it was my little brother. I'd be like, leave him alone. He's just a big geek for this stuff, you know. He's a big geek, evil genius, but for some reason, freaking Heisum has it out for Cody, and he's not going to forget it. So here, I'll pull up the little thing so you guys can see, like, because I've been laughing and coughing too much. So you're probably like, what the hell is she talking about? So this is what Zach changed Corey's Twitter to. Cody Wilshire, I think that's how it is. Very rich Yale graduate. I mean, it's like, props to this Zach gentleman, who I don't know anything about him, but I thought that was like that's a sense of humor, right? Like, that's the way it should be. Everyone should be having fun with this. Like now, I'm not saying like the racist, misogynist shit people say, you know, maybe it'll be a little harder to handle, but this kind of thing where you know, you're just like assuming these crazy assumptions about him. Okay, he was on Game Changers. I don't think I've ever seen that. Yeah, for some reason he has it out for him. Okay, now, secondly, I am sorry, but Miss Felicia has brought more joy to my life than anyone in reality TV in a while. Okay, I did not know. I mean, I kind of knew, but I wasn't ready for all that Miss Felicia was going to bring to my life. All respect for Miss Felicia. Yesterday, they opened up the backyard up, and the house guest was the first time they ran out there. They're like, woo, the backyard's open, best day ever. You know, Cameron's running out there, very unserial killer like, super cool. And all the stuff. Okay, so I fell asleep and I saw this happen, and I was just so sick, and I'm like, I have to go to sleep. Okay, I took my Mucinex nighttime medicine, and I'm like, I have to go to sleep. This morning, first thing I did when I grabbed my phone, or when I woke up, I grabbed my phone and I looked at Twitter, and I saw people posted clips. And I was laughing. I woke my husband up. My husband's like, I just hear you giggling over there. Like, what are you giggling at? I'm like, oh my God, here's what happened. They opened the backyard up. Everyone's running out there. Cameron, they're hugging. They're like, you know, just having a great time. And all of a sudden on the side, you hear, like, let me see if I can pull it up for you guys, so that I can give you a proper. But what happened was Miss Felicia fell in the hot tub. So remember in BB10 when Jerry fell in the damn pool, and it was like 60 days in, and Dan's like, how did you fall in the pool, Jerry? We've been here for 60 days. The pool has been in the same place it's always been. And they were trying to read back in the day when the planes used to have sayings, and they would fly over, you know, the house, and the house guests could get clues that way, or people could say things to the house guests. And Jerry was like, oh, looking up there, reading it. And then he stepped right into the pool, and it was the funniest friggin' shit. It was so good. Let me see if I can pull this Miss Felicia. Well, Miss Felicia got so excited that she ran over to the hot tub, you know, and I'm sure she didn't run. I'm sure it was, you know, like a Miss Felicia stroll over to the hot tub. And let me see if I have it here, you guys. Hold on one second, because I was just cracking up. Okay, what about a nighttime one? Is it this one? No. Oh my God. Oh, we have more Miss Felicia. We have so much Miss Felicia to get to. Oh, she's so funny. Now, this could end up being very detrimental to her game, like the things she's doing, but right now it's so damn funny. I'm not worried about it for her right now, but maybe one day I will be. Okay, let's see if we have see if we can pull up okay, let me pull up my phone. So falls just straight in the hot tub, and you're just like, oh no, poor Miss Felicia. She was so excited about the outside that she fell right in the damn hot tub, and you just hear her mic go underwater. It's like, and there goes her mic. And allegedly, this is the 4th mic that Miss Felicia has ruined. I don't know if someone made that up, but I know there's been like a couple. There's been multiple mics already, and it is like what, day 5? I mean, this is pretty ridiculous, but also so on brand and so hilarious that Miss Felicia would. Okay, so here's this. Okay, here we go. Here, I'll put these two together, and we'll excuse me 1 second so I can blow my nose, you guys. I'm so sorry. I hate being sick. All right, thank you so much for excusing me while I blow my nose. Okay, so I'm gonna roll this into my iMovie real quick so I can upload it. It was so good, you guys. It'll be worth the wait if you haven't seen it already. All right. Oh, I want to be able to breathe again. Okay, she's on her 5th mic. Simone said. It's so great. It's whoever cast Miss Felicia, give them a raise. Jesse Tannenbaum or one of Jesse's assistants, you get a raise, and you get a raise, and you get a raise. Okay, let me just grab this real quick here, and we go like this, and we will crop it to fill so we can all have fun and see what happened. Okay, there's the Jerry one, and then, okay. Let's see if I have the full. Okay, wait. I kept rewinding it because I wanted to play it again. Oh my God, Miss Felicia, I love you so much. Okay. All right. Let's pull this. Okay. Hopefully they don't strike me. Fair use somewhat. We'll slow it down maybe so that we can change it a little bit from what it is. Let's slow it down. Let's add a little filtery onto it. What do we got? Oh, that's a good filter for it. That's a good one. Okay. And then we got Jerry. I mean, just. It's Jerry. I can't with Jerry. I gotta slow down Jerry's because it's too funny, you guys. Oh my God, BB10 is so legendary. Put your favorite when I'm doing this, please put your favorite Big Brother season in the chat so I can see where you guys' favorites. I always like seeing what everyone's favorite season was of all time, or if you have a top 3. If it's hard to just do one, you can do your favorite 3 seasons. But if you have just a favorite season, put that in. Okay. I just loved after Jerry fell, and then Dan was like, I mean, how did he fall? It's been there for, I mean, the pool's been in the same place for 60 days. Okay. All right. And yes, Miss Felicia's laugh is so contagious. Thank you, DGF, for the super chat. Are we getting more consistent feeds? I feel like we are. I do. Obviously there's times that it is, it's cut where you're like, why is it cut? Why do they cut the feeds? But pretty much so far, I feel like it's been pretty consistent, other than when they're filming something, and while this is just exporting here. I know. Oh my God. I would love to. I got to get Nana to watch a couple episodes though. That would be awesome. She would love Miss Felicia. Yes. Okay. Patriotics of season 2. BB1, Sue likes. I liked 15. Racism aside, 2 and 6. BB10 and BB6. Mary Kid. Sean, 2, 6 and 17. You have an autograph from Jerry? Or Harry? Who's Harry at the soiled pot? 2 and 8. Yeah. 10 and 12, good ones. 6, 7, and Taylor. Oh, I love how you said that. I like BB 6, 7, and Taylor. The Taylor season. The Taylor seasons. Yeah, it was pretty bad last year. But I feel like so far they have less to hide. We don't have a Paloma situation. I mean, we could. You never know. Amy likes 220 and 24. Oh, I love hearing from you guys what you like. All right, let me get this up here so we can watch it together. It's just the bestest thing. There is just something, and I know it makes me a bad person. And a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't fall at other people, or I don't laugh at other people's misfortune." Well, I do sometimes. I'll be honest with you. If there's a fall, and I know they're not, permanently hurt, I laugh. Like I say, if you guys have been following me for a while, there's an episode of Judge Judy where a guy says he fell in a hole and tries to sue the people, but really he was just drunk and hit their car and ran into a pole, and it makes me laugh until I pee my pants. It's so damn funny. And it probably does make me a bad person, but I don't really care because it's so good. And this is one of those times where I was giggling so loud I woke my husband up, and then I had to tell him, and then he was laughing because it's hilarious. Okay? It is so hilarious. All right. So let's pull this up and get it going. All right. Oh, it's processing just so I can watch it with you guys on YouTube. Come on, YouTube. We don't need it to process. Jeez Louise. Let's just see if we can watch it here. All right. Let me know if you guys can hear this if I share it. I don't know if it'll share just through my iMovie. Okay. If it'll share. I don't know if it'll share the audio, but eventually we'll be able to hear the audio. But obviously, here's Jerry. Remember this? Jerry, he's looking and he was 5, but he was like looking up like, what is that? What is, and there he goes right into the pool. Oh, Jer Bear. Oh, Jer. Oh, what's going on? Is that a plane? Oh, it's the pool. It is the pool, Jerry. What's happening? Oh, I really had this over and over again. Jerry and he was like, I can't believe I did that. Okay, so here's all of them. They're excited. The backyard's open. You got what's his face? Red. You got Cameron, who is very close to Riley. They run outside, so excited. And they hug. Cameron hugs Jag. And there's Matt. He's like, yay, now I can practice swimming. And Riley's like, yay, I'm funny. And all of a sudden you hear, did you guys hear that? Can you hear any sound? Let me know. And he goes, ah! Ah! Or you can hear her mic go under. You can hear everything go under. And there's Miss Felicia. There's Suri. Gotta help her out. And America, I don't know who assigned America the camp counselor, the tattletale, but Miss Felicia is in like her nightgown. Okay, she's in like a comfy little hooded night dress, maybe pool cover thing. It is nighttime. The backyard just opened, and she had no intention of going swimming and just diving deep into the hot tub. And here comes America running over. No, they said no hot tub. They said no hot tub. And poor Miss Felicia's like, she went in mic and all. But America's so afraid that Miss Felicia broke the rules. Like, she's just this like, girl's gone wild. I got to get wet, and I got to get wet right now. It's like, girl, calm down. It was so hilarious. Oh, I like this view. I remember I created this view. And so poor Miss Felicia's in there, and America is just like trying to be the teacher. You can't do that. They said you can't. That kid in class that was always like, they said you couldn't do that. You're not supposed to use that kind of pencil. And you're like, chill, baby, chill. Like, The teacher will tell me, but the teacher said you couldn't, I thought there was going to be more homework. This isn't homeworky enough. I mean, that's what America was. And it was very, very, very annoying. Okay, I got the sound version now. So let me switch over to this so you guys can hear it because it is so worth it. All right. Falling in the pool. Let's get rid of this one. But one of the best parts is how much of a little tattletale America became. And she was just like, so like, you broke the rules. They said no hot tub. Like they're going to take, I don't know if she was afraid they're going to take the hot tub away forever. I don't know if she just doesn't really break the rules a lot, but she was very worried about this. And Miss Felicia, I'm like, she's 63, ma'am. Do you think she just went nose diving into the damn hot tub? Like, is that how anyone gets in a hot tub? They cannonball in. Do you really think Miss Felicia's like, coming in hot, No, but maybe she thinks that's what happens, like post-menopausal women. She just thinks cuckoo-ness. I'm not sure. Okay. So you guys should be able to hear this. Let me know if you can hear this. Okay. Here we go.
Oh, this is not there.
Yeah. So you hear her, she goes, ah! When you hear everything go underwater.
Yeah. Wait, didn't they say no music? They said no hot tub. They said no hot tub. They say don't. Yeah. They literally said that. Fell in. Oh my God.
And then she goes over to her. She's like, wait, no, they said no hot tub. They said no hot tub. You can't go in the hot tub. Miss Felicia's like, I fell in the hot tub. And Suri's helping her out. And then finally she goes over there. She's like, she said no hot tub. She said no hot tub. Like, girl.
They literally said that. Fell in. Oh my God.
Like, she fell in. Everyone's so happy.
Yeah. Wait, didn't they say no music? They said no hot tub. They said no hot tub. They say don't. Yeah. They literally said that. Fell in. Oh my God.
And then she feels stupid. She's like, wait, they said no hot tub. They said no hot tub. And they're like, America, she fell in. Look at her. She is drenched, okay? Head to toe. She is dripping wet. She did not just mean to dive into the hot tub. It's a hot tub. Okay, you got to go one tootsie in, next tootsie in, full foot in. You gradually get into a hot tub. You don't friggin' cannonball into the hot tub.
Good job, girl.
Miss Felicia. She is a friggin' gem. I am sorry. She is such a gem. I am so grateful for Miss Felicia. Obviously, when she said that her number one fear is that people were going to find out about her collecting multiple retirement checks, we knew she was going to be, a big deal. So in her jammies too, yeah. It's just the mic bubbling, the screams. I mean, it is so funny. So Felicia's okay, everything's okay, but my favorite is America. Just like, no, they said no hot tub. You can't go in the hot tub. Like, girl, we get it. She didn't just jump in jammies and all. That's the last thing Miss Felicia wants to do. All right. So, obviously, like Simone, I think said in the chat, she's on her 5th. I believe, mic. So I don't know what is she doing with these mics, but I kind of love it. I find it hilarious. She's just not a mic murderer. She is just murdering these mics. All right. So like I said, the house is split down the middle. Miss Felicia decided to, go up to the HOH room and talk to Riley. Well, first it was Suri. So Suri is up there. Suri's just like, hey girl, what's up? Talking to Riley. And Riley, I mean, God love her. She is very much, here, let me do another screen share here. Let's try this one. Do this one. This one. Yeah, I like this one. Okay. So Why are they so far away? Why are you so far away, ladies? Okay, so Suri's up in the HOH room. She's talking to Riley. A lot of people have been up there talking to Riley. Riley gets her HOH room, and she is all, I mean, if this girl doesn't have ADHD, I don't know what she has. As a woman with ADHD, it's pretty clear to me. I mean, I'm no doctor. I'm no Heisum, but she's just like, either that or she's on a lot of caffeine. I don't know, but she's just like, she has all the little mannerisms, and she's just like shaking her foot, and she stands up and she sits down and she stands up and she sits down. She's like, oh, we got this. 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 And, she's like, I can do a dance. Let's see me do a dance. Or she's just one of those kids that the parents really kept, gave her a lot of attention. I'm not sure. So, or she's the only child. I'm not sure. But she's like, oh, over here. Oh, have you tried this? I'm so excited. I'm HOH, So then, since she's been HOH, and then she's like, I don't know how I'm going to finish all this food in the fridge. I'm like, girl, they give you like one container of mochi. I can eat that like, bam. But that's probably why I don't look like how she does. In a bikini, probably. But she is very, she's all over the place. She's definitely all over the place. And she's just like, yeah, I'm different. I'm a different kind of hot chick. I'm funny. Okay. So Suri's up there talking to her, kind of feeling out the situation. What's she going to do? Replacement noms. This is obviously, I think, maybe even before the POV. And Riley, every speech that Riley gives to people, every conversation involves, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. And I just think we can all win. We can have a really great season. I mean, I know we can't all win, but we can all we can all be there for each other. And I just I want to be like really positive. I just don't think we have to I just want to be like really positive. I want this to be like a really positive season. I want to be positive. I just think we can all win. I don't know. I just don't want to hurt people's feelings. I feel bad. I just feel so bad. And you always got to be weary of the people that are like, I feel so bad. Because how bad do you feel? When you feel bad, you don't got to say it that much. It's kind of like the thing when you're really nice, you don't got to say it that much. So I don't know if we got a little bit of Christy Murphy, like imposter type things happening right now. I'm not sure with Riley, but we'll see. I will say that early on, her the kind of heading more of she's like, I don't want to work with just women. I want to work with like people. But granted, most of the people will be men, but I just want to work with people. I really like people. And I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings except for women, but I want to work with like people. I don't want to there's so many people out there. Like, why would I just want to work with women when there's just so many people? I think of more in terms of people. Yeah. People with penises. Yeah. So she's up there talking to Suri, and I love you, Suri, and I trust you. And I'll give my game to you too. I mean, basically, a lot of people are rolling out the red carpet for Suri, and not because she's Suri, because that's how good she makes people feel. Because a lot of these people, like I say, they don't know her history. They don't even know she was on Traitors. They don't know about Snake in the Grass. They barely know about Survivor, if that. So it just is really how Suri carries herself when she's in games like this. She's got the mist. Some people got the mist. Suri's one of them. So then Suri's up there handling business, doing the thing. Suri has a great way of listening to people and being like, yeah, you're so intuitive, and you're a good person. And Riley's like, I am. Thank you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, but everybody's good people. Everyone's so good. Even though they all call her Cherie instead of Suri. So it's always very interesting to see that. And then here comes Miss Felicia. And Miss Felicia comes up. Suri's already put in work. She's on really good terms with Riley. Riley should, have every intention to backdoor or do something like this. You have this legend in the house. You have someone who's played, these kind of competition social games multiple times. You would think she would be a target on your radar. She's not in your alliance, even though you're kind of, working for her in a way now. And she's not. So Suri put in the work, and then here comes Miss Felicia, and she's like, yeah, hi, Riley. So, her laugh is the best. Miss Felicia is like, best laugh ever. Best laugh, okay? Miss Felicia comes up and she was like, yeah, hi, Riley, who are you aligned with? Who exactly are you working with? What are you working with? Who are you working with? Can you name a list? And can you put number 1 through 10? Who's the best? Who's the worst? And Riley spills. And this is something like I talked about earlier. Heisum did too. He just gets people to spill and then list. And it's just like, and Riley's like, well, I like Jag and I like this person in blue and ha ha ha. And she's just spilling. And I'm like, ma'am, you're the HOH. Why are you giving all this information? And the more that Felicia was talking about this to others and relaying the story, because you see Suri when she does this, and Suri has like a visceral reaction to this. Suri's like, she like sits back because Riley's in the middle. They're on the HOH couch. And so Riley's here, Suri is here, and Felicia is here. And so Riley is turned to Felicia and she's like, who are you aligned with, ma'am? What does your alliance consist of? Names, alphabetical, if you could, A through Z. Also, weight, height, and birth date would be great. If you have the last 4 of their social, just let me know. She's like, Jag, 5'8", 135 pounds with a 6-pack, and last 4 of the social, 4462, I think. I'm good with him. And you see Suri, and she's like she does a quick like, oh my God, did she just ask that? And the more we learn about Felicia, and the more Felicia shares with us, she basically said on the feeds, I was tweeting about this today, she had some Felicia-isms. She said, she basically was saying, I'm going to ask them, the people, whether, on the other side, if you will, or those in power, I'm going to ask them outright who they're aligned with. And she's like, they're going to be like, Mama Felicia's old, but she's playing this game. And then when Felicia was explaining, I think she was explaining it to Mimi, what she'll do if she's HOH. I forget exactly who she was talking to, but she said, and when I'm HOH, I'm going to have it for 2 hours a day where you do not come during that time because I need to think. So they cannot come in my room. So she's got it. I want her to be HOH next week so bad to see this Miss Felicia HOH-itis. Okay. And she just flat out said, I just asked people point blank because you catch them off guard. And I was like, yes, that is why we need older house guests, because it's only an older woman or an older man who would know this type of information, who would have this type of life experience to know that, you know what, I'm going to take a risk, take a chance, make a change, and break away. Because I have lived on this earth long enough. I don't have time. Like we said, according to Dr. Depresso, aka Heisum, he said people die in their 70s. I'm 63. Who are you working with, ma'am? What are you working with? Tell me your whole alliance. And I think that is risks and things that older people might take that younger people might be too afraid. So you see so many people in this game just spilling because the older contestants are asking questions. Heisum, 45 years old. And exactly what did they say? And then what did they say? And there's Kirsten. And then he said this and I said that. And then you think it's going to be reciprocal. And she thinks maybe Heisum's going to tell her something in return. And he's just like, interesting. Very interesting. So, I don't know why. I know why we fill it up with 20-somethings, and it's easier to get them because, they don't have their lives outside of the house aren't as established as the older people to take a break, to go away for possibly an entire summer to film for this television show. And also you want young people who look good in their bikinis and people who are probably going to hook up for ratings. They want that sort of thing. But these older house guests are really, they are just giving so much. And to the point, like I said, where Kirsten was like, you're good to Heisum. You could have been a therapist. It's like, yeah, he is. He's a psychiatrist. He knows how to get stuff out of people. He knows how to do this. Okay. So yeah, when she asked that, it was just pretty amazing. And there was a time too on the feeds where Riley was thinking she had Suri in her back pocket, which I thought, that is so cute. That is so cute that Riley would think that. Yes, I'll spread my wings and I'll learn how to fly. Yes, Ash, I'll do what it takes till I touch the sky. Exactly, Melissa. Life experience is so amazing for these shows. It really is. It really is. She'd be up in the bath. Yes, Felicia would be up in the bath living her life. She'd be like, they gave me a bath bomb. Oh my God, never had a bath bomb like this. Oh my God, it's shaped like a candle. Oh shit, it is a candle. Oh, do you think it'll still light? Who cares? It makes me smell good. Felicia's letting her tots out tonight. Sometimes I like cussing. I'm just gonna put this over my head here. It says I'm the hoe. Oh my God, not the hoe. So who are you working with? Who are you working with? I got my master's degree at 45. I got my bachelor's degree at 35. I collect 2 different retirements. Don't tell anybody. And I'm a real estate agent. And my husband is hot and he looks younger. Okay. Anyways, you can go back downstairs. You can go back downstairs now. You can go back downstairs. I'm done with you. Thank you. Can you send the next person up in 2 hours? Because Felicia needs her nap time. And do they have any more of these bottled waters? I know they don't give those away a lot. Oh my God, tastes so crisp. Tickles your throat a little bit. Don't grab from the fridge, girl. No, don't do it. Send Suri up here. On accident. I just tickled my feet on accident. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm tired, you guys. My bathing suit has a skirt. I am so tired. You guys, I so want Felicia to be HOH. I gotta see it. Her laugh is wonderful. Her laugh is contagious. Oh my God. It's fantastic. Other than that, on the feeds between Felicia just being overall so entertaining, her and Suri are like this. Izzy is following Suri around like she birthed her. Izzy has written a letter allegedly to her real mother and said, I denounce your motherhood and I now accept Suri's motherhood. So sorry. So Izzy's but Izzy's messy. Izzy thinks that other people now are chaotic, like Kirsten's, but Izzy's chaotic. So it's going to be, like I said, we're going to see some stuff with Izzy. I am surprised that Bowie is as well received as she has been, but I think it's because she's playing pretty low. We knew America was going to play low to the carpet, low, but Bowie's playing low, but she's included right now in Suri's alliance. Suri's alliance is hilarious because she has Izzy, who is an agent of chaos. She has Miss Felicia, who just straight out bluntly calls people out, asks people questions, just fantastic. But also she's 63 and she does not have time for this, okay? She has Red, I think, now in her alliance, who really thinks it's too early to be gaming, but not really too early to be gaming. And he also thinks that Kirsten had a crush on him. And he said this to Suri, and Suri was like, oh no. And he was like, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. And Suri's like, no. And he's like, yeah. And I got Allie Mae Bay back at home, so I cannot be, I have to keep my distance. So lots of people think Kirsten, I just want to pull up a picture of Kirsten real quick, I mean, obviously, they had their bikini shoot today that they all were getting ready for, or the swimsuit shoot, the pool shoot that Big Brother does. But Red, we all remember Red, and God bless, it takes all kinds to love all kinds. But Red was like, yeah, I think she crunching on me a little bit. And Suri's like, you're funny. And he's like, I'm serious. She's like, oh my God, you are so funny. That is so funny. That Red, you are funnier. Oh, you are funnier than your beard is long. You are funny. And he's like, no, I have to keep my distance because I think she got a crunch on me. And it's like, Red, no. And then Izzy also was telling Heisum on the feeds. She's like, yeah, I was telling moms, playing the flute and stuff. So Kirsten was trying to get up close to me. She was trying to get up close to me. And I was like, whoa, gotta back up. Paige is watching. Hey, babe, love you so much. We're going to win this game because I'm with mom. Woo, playing the flute. And I'm like, okay. I'm sure Kirsten is, all the, more attractive women and men, they say, I'll use flirting as a strategy. And I'm sure it's like a fun little, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. No one's trying to marry you. No one's trying to get in your swimsuit area. Just, trying to be nice, kind of cute, not, she's like, I gotta make sure she's not all on this because Paige is watching. Hey, baby, love you. Call me every 5 seconds. Love you. Where's mom? Suri. She's always doing this. This is too much. It's just too much. Like these two think that this lady legit likes them in a sexy way. I mean, yeah. I'm going to err on the side of no. I'm going to just say no. There's been a lot of conversations Kirsten has had with Riley, the HOH. And as you can see, she's a big fan of Riley. And every time she's up there, it's almost like a lot of these conversations they have is like working in corporate America. You know how in corporate America, they just talk to you or any kind of like business type thing where they're speaking in circles because they're so afraid to we're not ready to share this information yet, or HR might get a hold of it, or, that they might get in trouble with HR. So they just speak in riddles. And it's just tell me how you feel. And so there's a lot of people in the house spilling and saying things straight out. And then there's a lot of people like Riley who she's spilling to the Felicias and stuff. But when it comes to everyone else, she tries to play that, well, the game is it's early and it's friends and I just don't want to. And I just think if it's going to be, it'll be. And if not, the house. And if we're here and we're all lucky to be here. And it was a hard road for all of us to be here. I can juggle. And so I just feel like everyone deserves a chance and I just don't want to take it away. And I want everyone to do well and you never know. And it's like, no, you do know. You do know that Kirsten, as of now, I mean, the POV ceremony will be tomorrow. Heisum, most likely, unless something happens tonight, which it could with these feeds and these house guests, will not use it. But I wish he would. And I wish they just put up Luke. I mean, what a waste of space. At this point, the only thing Luke is doing, and I mentioned this a little bit earlier, is he is legit paranoid. He's just paranoid. He was blowing up on people, I guess. Because when I was tuning in to the feeds after I watched the episode, he was apologizing, going, sorry. And then I think it was Blue or someone was like, no big deal. You just gotta TikTok it off. You're just paranoid. He goes, that's a perfect word for it. And then Riley and Jeg, who I think is her number one ally in this game right now, and his number one ally being her, even though Jeg has other plans as well and thrown other things out there. And even Heisum and Jeg have had conversations about, having each other's back in a sense. So I don't think Riley is, she's Paloma in the way that she's like, I'm 3 weeks ahead right now. I'm looking 3 weeks in the future. I'm 3rd week, 4th week. I'm there right now. But I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings because I'm silly. But you know, she does give me a little bit of the Paloma vibes in that regard when she says she's that far in the future. But her and Jag were outside and they were on the hammock and talking, and they were talking about how annoying Luke is, and just how like he's so paranoid, and he talks to her very condescendingly, and even her win, her beating him, maybe in the HOH, this is still an issue that's come up, and a lot of people think she threw the POV, or maybe, and she said she didn't, but then she said, well, I didn't want to win the POV because I don't want to have to use it, not use it, and explain myself. So it's just like, it's comical at this point. The feeds are very, very entertaining. So far, they've been extremely entertaining. But I just don't understand why they don't get rid of Luke. Because he's kind of pissing everybody off. Just backdoor his ass. Get rid of him. Now, this is not Luke. This is the Barbie version of Matt, who everyone was kind of lusting after at one point. But I just feel like, go for it. Like, but they want a unanimous vote with the House. But I feel like you could unanimously get the vote for Luke. But now we have, Izzy and them going out, grabbing the Lukes and stuff, the people who aren't in alliances, so that they can battle this other side of the house. And I'll try to, for my next live, I'll make a little picture of each side and what those sides look like, because it'll be easier. And I like to make those in my little Canva. But there was a, let me see if I think I have one of the lists of all the alliances, even the defunct, maybe Phallic Five. Let's see. Okay, so Dolfika on Twitter, shout out to Dolfika, has the BB, let me send this to myself real quick, BB25 alliance map. And this was as of Saturday. So for week 1. And Dolfika is legendary and iconic for creating these really fun alliance maps and other BB content that's just great. And I believe Dolfika just reached 10K followers on Twitter. Because it'll always be Twitter to me. All right, so take a look at this real quick, you guys. I got a call. Okay, sorry, I'm getting these coughing fits. And yes, 11:11. I missed it by a minute or so, but yes, Latavia. Maura says abs. Yeah, there's some abs on the show. So Dolfika has Riley and Jag are like the ride or dies, and then they have Blue, and then there is obviously the Phallic Five, which was Riley, Matt, Luke, Kirsten, that's now defunct, and Jared. And then you have Crowd Control, which is Riley, Matt, Cameron. Is Crowd Control Matt and Cameron? Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not following the damn thing. Come on, Joleen, get with it. Here, let me put it in. Maybe this. No, which one do I want to do it in? This one. There we go. Okay. So then we have family style. Yeah. So the two major sides of the house is Felicia named their sides alliance Bye Bye Bitches. The iconic Janelle line. Bye bye, bitches. I mean, only second to this one.
Listen what the world's like. Did Britney Spears have her baby?
Did Britney Spears have her baby? And then only third to this.
You better not.
It's inappropriate. You better not. So Miss Felicia named their side of the house the Bye Bye Bitches. That's Suri, Izzy, Jared, Mimi, Bowie, Miss Felicia, and Heisum. Or Heisum. Sorry, Heisum. And then family style is the other side of the house, which is Corey, America, Cameron, Blue, Jag, Riley, and Matt. And then you have Red somewhere in between, but I believe Red has now been pulled into the Bye Bye Bitches. Luke, they're working on in the Bye Bye Bitches, and Kirsten, they're just all like, she's going to be gone, so who cares? They don't seem to not really worried about her, even though I kind of hope, just the BB fan in me, that the veto is used tomorrow by Heisum. And they just decide that Matt's paranoia that's happening on the feeds currently and earlier today as well, that they can't stand it. He's boring. He's an AI and possibly a twin, an evil twin, and they have to get rid of him. That would be amazing. And then you have, these smaller factions of the Pinky Swear, which is Izzy, Jared, and Suri. Immediately when Izzy's like, I know, the Pinky Swear, which is, mostly, it's three of them. And then, like the core, I guess, is Jared, Suri, Miss Felicia. I mean, so many things going on over there, mostly on that side, but a little bit on the other side as well. The handful, which I think is Riley, Matt, Cameron, Blue, and Jag. Okay. And crowd control. All right. Is Riley, Jag, and Blue. So interesting. And then we have the have-nots, which Delfico was so nice to put on here, is Jared, Heisum, Luke, Corey, and they're struggling. Like, I think I mentioned it earlier, but these have-nots are really, really struggling, and they're cranky. They are hangry. Red is a free agent, but I'm pretty sure that Izzy, they're working him, and Red really likes Suri. So I think that he's easily, if he hasn't already, I think he already has been pulled into the Bye Bye Bitches. I'm pretty positive of that. And again, this was made by Delfica. Follow Delfica on Twitter. And this was made for Saturday. So, because I could have sworn today they were having conversations with Red about this stuff going on with the teams. So it's a split house, which is exciting. It's exciting to not have just one giant alliance going after a bunch of people who don't know how to organize. We have a very, very split house, which can be make for a lot of fun. They're already acting like Kirsten is gone. So Kirsten's trying to put in the work, but I think it might be too late for her. I mean, never say never with Big Brother, because all you need is Zach or Luke, whatever his name is. I can't remember his name, to have one bad night, which it seems like he's starting to have, and just get really paranoid and go off on people for people to maybe want to get rid of him. So, and never say never with the POV being used. But again, if that doesn't happen, it's going to be damn near impossible unless Miss Felicia does something real crazy where they're going to vote her out over Kirsten. Because right now the main consensus is that they don't want to look like that house that votes out the oldest house guest first. They've already made a case against Kirsten, so it's easier for them. And they've made promises to Miss Felicia. And Miss Felicia has made it very clear that if something goes wrong, and Riley has to break a tie or something, and she goes home, she's like, I'm going to make sure Riley's mama, Riley's daddy, Riley's everybody knows that she's a damn liar. So there you go. I mean, the great thing about Big Brother is nothing is for sure written in stone. It's not one of those shows where you're just like, well, I guess there have been seasons where it's been like that, unfortunately. But when you have a split house like this, you don't know. And when you have these little outliers and you have these Lukes, You never know. He could freak out. Cameron could legit SK the house, according to Izzy. He could start getting creepy because Cameron, I mean, I know that was a quick judgment of Izzy, but Twitter, I mean, we had similar first impressions of Cameron. We were finding him very interesting on the feeds. And then he also told Red on the feeds that he has never burped. He has an inability to burp. I mean, I don't know if that's a trait that most serial killers have, but I would argue yes, it is. And Red was like, really? You can't burp? And he was like, I can't. He's like, even after drinking a soda? He's like, I can't. No, I can't burp. Never been able to. Don't understand how people can burp. So, I mean, they're just dropping a lot of information. Let me see if I missed anything else here for you guys. I have to go to bed. I'm so sorry. I could talk to you guys about this forever, but this stupid sickness, I gotta get well. All right, where did I put these? Okay, let's see. Oh my God, someone tweeted this. I thought this was so funny. Shay, the UK hater, on Twitter wrote, Suri's alliance is made up of an old lady who sticks to her like glue. But this is a Suri hater, so just I thought it was funny, even though it's a little bit of Suri hate, and I love Suri. But she said, Suri's alliance is made up of an old lady who sticks to her like glue, her lioness son, a cracked lesbian that's always on 10, an Australian bumpkin, a redneck TikToker, and a messy gay. Now he's hoping they can get a dude bro, or now she's hoping they can get a dude bro that may be a twin on the side. Godspeed, BB25. There might be a twin on their side. Godspeed, BB25. I mean, some of these are pretty funny. Oh yeah, and Izzy just like telling Suri, like we talked about, that she was getting backdoored. It was so crazy. Oh yeah, when Corey did explain Suri to Jared, because Jared, like I mentioned earlier, he was like, I never watched Survivor, unfortunately. What was Suri like? And Corey said, she's a top fucking 10 player of all time in Survivor. She's insanely good. She's not a treacherous liar. She's just smart. And Jared said, is she loyal? And Corey said, her allies win the game usually. I was like, good answer, Corey. How does Corey not figure it out yet? Yeah, and then Heisum calling Corey Cody, and when corrected, he says, you know why I don't get his name right? Because subconsciously I hate him. This is like petty OGBB, you know? And I am definitely here for that. So, and also, you know, it wouldn't be the worst idea to backdoor Corey. I mean, he does have the stink on him of being in the nether region, so who knows what he saw. But a lot of people don't really trust him. They see him as being very gamey. And I mean, it would be good for Suri's game. Let's see. Yeah. So, I mean, that's basically, you know, a lot's going on. A lot of conversations are being had, but overall, just really entertaining feeds. Really entertaining feeds. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you guys so much. I work harder than Kris Jenner. And who works harder than Kris Jenner? The devil. What's that saying? Something, I forget what it is. I'm too tired. I'm too tired and too sick, and I gotta wake up early tomorrow. But you guys are wonderful and great. Don't forget to please hit that like on your way out. Leave a comment after the video post. I love to hear from you guys, and I don't get to see all of your comments. So please comment. Things, obviously I can't cover all the spoilers and stuff on the feed. So your favorite moments from this episode or the live feeds, or your favorite spoilers thus far. Who are you feeling? What alliances? Funniest moments? If you want me to do more impressions of the house guests, hopefully they didn't annoy you too much, but I'm loving it. I'm like McDonald's over here. I'm loving it. All right, you guys. Get some rest wherever you are in the world. Enjoy your day, night, morning, afternoon. And like I always say, remember to enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. I'll be back very soon. Bye.
If you like what you see.